Oh, I've realized that last week's episode, the second part of the video, because it cut out.
Mm-hmm.
Never mind. Anyway.
What?
Well, there was no second sync, so you're going to have to play it by ear. Anyway, welcome to episode 127. I'll do the intro this time. Yes, this is the same shirt as last week, and I am still sick. Thank you for your appreciation and concern.
Jordan's a busy, busy boy, so we have to record early sometimes.
That was so a weird way to say that.
Okay.
Anybody else turned on? No? Just me? No? All right.
Okay, so I didn't talk about this.
Did you clap? I don't think I clapped either.
Clap.
No, I already did.
So, Taylor Swift announced a new album, The Life of a Showgirl.
Well, I'll just turn off my mic. That's the whole episode.
Out October 3rd. I'm really excited. But I bring this up because what you just said about being turned on reminded me. There's this part of the episode where
Episode of what?
Oh, sorry. So she announced the album on her boyfriend and his brother's podcast, New Heights. And so there's a pretty long episode, but towards the end, they're all talking, and I should probably know who's the other Kelsey. And if Taylor Swift's boyfriend is Travis Kelsey, who's the other Kelsey? Jason?
Sure.
Jason Kelsey?
Yeah, is it
Jason
relevant
Kelsey.
to this? Like,
I just want to have the context.
so it's not
you know?
relevant. Okay.
But so they're all talking, and they're kind of starting to flirt back and forth, and he goes, "Should I leave?" And Taylor Swift looks at the camera and she goes, "I think everyone should leave right now." And everybody's on the line was like, "Taylor."
The brother asked if he should leave.
Yeah.
That's funny.
It's like they just flirt a lot in camera, and you can tell they're happy together, and I'm just excited to hear some happier music from her. Especially after the last album, because the Tortured Poets Department was like what depression in a music album would sound like.
Was it Department?
Mm-hmm.
Why was I thinking Society?
Probably because you're thinking about the Dead Poet Society.
Oh, that'll do it. Yeah. It's a good movie.
Yeah, it is. Rest in peace, Robin Williams.
He been dead a while.
I know.
He's probably in pieces by now.
I don't like that.
Say it.
I don't like that. Cough, cough.
It's fine. Everything's fine.
So, okay, so a few days ago, I was thinking about your Dune game, right?
Okay.
And I was like, Jordan's probably got it. He's probably been playing while he was sick. So then today I was like, how's your bass in Dune? Have you been charging it?
No. No, not at all.
No, he has not.
Yeah, I completely forgot. Halfway through the training stuff, I feel like I remembered. And then coming back home, I was just
Sick.
dealing with the sickness.
Yeah.
I just completely forgot. Most of the time, I tried playing video games. That first day when you were like, oh, just play some video games and relax. And I was like, okay. And I tried playing video games, and I got to a puzzle in the video game, and it hurt my brain so much with the migraine that I was like, no, I'm going to not do this.
Yeah.
And just turned off the video game.
Honestly, I get it. I forgot, but I was the same way when I had COVID. I don't think I even had my laptop watching movies or anything. I pretty much slept for a week.
Yeah, no, I was just laying in bed most of the days. I did try to do 1 to 2 things each day that were on my list. Day 2, I was like, all right, I'm going to unpack today. And then I unpacked by day 3. So, we got there.
I mean, honestly, you didn't even need to do all that. So.
And at day 3, I think I showered, which was nice. I was like, yeah.
Oh, you did the dishes today.
Yeah, that was my thing.
Thank you.
I had dishes and the store, and I did laundry today. So I got 3 things today. So on the up and up. You can just call me Superman. It's fun.
Okay, Superman.
But yeah, so I've been dealing with that.
What? You good there?
Yeah.
Head hurt?
Not as bad lately, but I was walking around the store, though, Man, there are some annoying people at the store. And then you go there when you're sick and you're like, "Phew, I should get a gun." Like, these motherfuckers are so annoying.
So I always take my headphones with me to the store. Like, I put on a podcast, walk around. I'm like, don't talk to me.
Like, I'm just sitting there staring at meat, trying to, comprehend the numbers. I'm like, and then people will come by me and like reach past me to grab stuff. And I'm like, you could just say, "Excuse me." Like, what are we doing here? And I'm like, all right, fine. So I step like a step to the right or left, whatever it was. And then they step closer to continue reaching around me. I'm like, at that point, just go around me and get it from the other side. Like, it's on it. Like, if you're here and you have to reach over here to get it past me, just walk around me and get it.
Honestly, you're way nicer than I would be in a situation like that. Because, like, at this point, I'd be like, did you need something?
Normally, what I'll do is I'll start reaching to the right, so we have to like bump into each other or like meet. And I'm like, oh, is it awkward now that I have to reach this way instead of you just fucking getting around? But I was so I was dizzy already, and I was honestly just like, I forgot the numbers for a second, and I was just enjoying being in like the AC with the meat, frozenness. And I was like, this is nice. Oh, hello. Like, it caught me in a calm mood, and I was like, whatever.
The grocery store stresses me out.
Yeah. But on the bright side, when they reached around initially, they did bump me. So I'm hoping they have COVID and die. So,
I mean, I think you're past the contagious period, aren't you?
I don't know. I'm still coughing.
Yeah, but you said it's not productive.
Well, I don't know if it's earning any money, but like,
a productive cough means there's phlegm in it, which I think would be a worse sign. But like, you kind of have a dry cough, so I feel like
no, I've been coughing up lots of stuff.
Oh, get it out your chest.
It's a wild thing to do when talking about phlegm coming up.
I don't know why I did that. My favorite is like, everybody at work is used to it now, but you know me and my random sounds. So I'll just be at work and I'll be like, a song will come on and I'll be like, and then I'm like, oh, sorry, I was myself for too much for a second there.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I thought it was really nice of you while you were at the airport to get me a book.
Yeah. How is it?
I haven't started it yet.
Oh, all right. It looks good then.
I think
no one can see that.
I kind of want to read it for October.
Okay.
But I didn't know if you'd be upset if I didn't start it like now.
I don't care.
Okay, but so I wanted to read it for October because, Halloween. Because
you haven't shown anybody what it is.
Oh. This is called When Devils Sing. I haven't heard of this author before. I think Jordon said it was their debut.
Yeah, it's their first novel or first book, whatever you want to call it. It was in the new authors section of the store. So
it's by Zahn Kerr, if I'm saying that correctly. I don't know. I didn't look it up. Sorry. I didn't plan on doing this, but it's like a Southern Gothic horror novel. Horror novel.
Horror noir. Like midnight noir.
That's probably how you could describe the evil within horror noir. Or like a good haunted wine brand. Horror noir. But yeah, so I just wanted to share that because like I thought it was really cool of you to pick out something for me like that, and then it's got like bees going down the thing because I love some printed pages. Like,
yep, I walked into the store. There's a section in front of me. It said nonfiction, and they had a copy of the Bible there. And I went, I'm gonna keep walking, and I went over to fiction. Probably should have like brought the Bible over there, but I went over there to I don't know why it was there. Normally it's just in like a religion section.
Yeah, normally it's like in theology. I feel like.
Yeah, normally they don't put it in fiction or nonfiction, so they don't insult anybody. Mm-hmm. But yeah, jokes aside, but I went over to past nonfiction to the fiction section, and
because that's all I read. Well, I've read 3 nonfiction books the past few years. I read "I'm Glad My Mom Died" by Jeanette McCurdy.
Yeah.
I read "Stay 60 and Don't Get Murdered" by Karen and Georgia from My Favorite Murder. And then I have the Taylor Swift Eras tour book.
Oh, is that what that is?
Yeah.
Shiny. But I went to fiction, and the whole, like, most of fiction was just like, how old are you? And they use your age in this store to determine how much sex is in the books, because everything from where nonfiction met fiction all the way over to the section that went into like, hey, here's some brand new authors and here's some tales that aren't porn. It was literally just like age groups on the wall. And it started
like a library.
Yeah, and it was crazy to me because it started with like it started with like 8 to 12 and then 12 to 16 and then 16 to 18 and then it was like 18 to 20 and then it said 20 plus, and I was like, what a weird distinction in the middle there where like 18 to 20 no but 20 plus.
That's why a lot of like books lately have been started to be written where the main character is like a little older, like late 20s, even like 30s, 40s, because women have gotten fucking tired of reading about 17-year-olds saving the world. Like, I love a good young adult novel like anybody else, but sometimes I want to read about somebody who's my age and not like a teenager having sex for the first time. You know, I'm like, I want to read about more mature topics sometimes, or like about themes that like a kid won't really understand. Like my book is about grief and losing your husband, and I really don't think a 16-year-old would be like, yeah, I want to read that, you know? They might, but it's not like my target audience. So I think that's kind of been a shift the past few years, is like they just kind of group everybody over a certain age together. Yeah,
it was just strange to me because like looking at the titles and like some of like the cover art, you could tell, and you're like,
Well, it depends. If you're looking at romance novels or just like regular fantasy novels, because like romance novels are usually the ones where it's got like the shirtless man on the cover.
No, that's what I'm saying. It just said fiction and it had age groups of fiction, but looking at the covers, like they were all like suggesting romance, you know? Like I didn't obviously read any of the book, like the covers called, or anything, or the backings, whatever.
If they're like the paperback romances with the shirtless guys on them, those are called bodice rippers. They're like what our moms would have read kind of thing.
No, I have no idea. But then I got over to the section that it was like new and emerging authors, and I was like, let me look at these. And that one, a lot of them were like halfway, you know, gone. Like the stacks of books, there was like 8, and there were only 4 there instead of 8. But this one, this one had it had all 8 there, and I was like, I wonder why people aren't grabbing this one. And then I realized the spot next to it was also that book, and it was completely gone. Oh, and I was like, oh, it has 2 spots. And I was like, well, hopefully it's a good book then. And then I grabbed that one.
I think it's going to be.
It looks good.
I feel like you can tell a lot by like how much care is put into a novel. Like,
she's having a dream over there. The cat.
Little paws are twitching. She's so
over
cute.
there twitching. Anyway, we'll get her drugs soon. Stop tweaking.
You forget what I was going to say. Oh,
Care in novels.
In one of my classes, like we had to talk about publishing and stuff, and this guy talks about, I can't remember exactly what he said, but I told him, I was like, it's really just it was a discussion about publishing versus self-publishing. Like, do you want to get traditionally published, you know? And how he didn't think that self-publishing has any value. And I basically just kind of responded, and I was like, listen, you get the value that you put into it with self-publishing, because really the main thing that makes self-publishing worth it to most people is the creative control. Like,
right.
I don't have to change my story to fit what an editor thinks people want to read. Like, I can tell unique stories and find an audience who's looking for something different, and not just like the same regurgitated plot over and over again that like a lot of romantasy books specifically tend to do, which is not, there's fantasy romance, and then there's romantic fantasy, and there's romantasy.
Sure.
There's a whole different genres. But it's like a lot of designations, you know, but in a lot of these novels, they're regurgitating the same plots, so they're using like the same fairy tales. Like Beauty and the Beast is one that gets reused a lot, you know? And I don't think that those stories are bad, but I do think that they have more than enough space and readers want something different. And I like having that creative control, but you also have to make sure that you're taking that extra time to have a really good cover and like a good description and that you're hyping up your book. And I think that a lot of indie authors are not willing to do that. Like I can tell you, people say that most indie authors can count on one hand how many copies of a book they sell. And we've sold over 30 in a month. So like, while it's not like amazing, like I'm not rich, it's a really good start. And I think that's because we did take that time and put a lot of care into it. And just a lot of people aren't willing to do work. Even I'm like not doing as much as I could be.
Speaking of which, Soul Queen's Promise, Kindle Unlimited, go check it out. All right,
not yet, right?
This episode comes out like 2 weeks from now.
Well, you never know with how long it's taken those other ones. So we're delisting my book from some alternative websites from like Kindle and stuff. I wanted to use them to see if it would be worth it, see if a lot of people like truly don't like Amazon, but that doesn't seem to be the case. Apparently you fuckers love Amazon. So in the most loving way possible. So we're getting it on Kindle Unlimited, but it's taking a long time to delist on a few websites. So that'll be coming as soon as possible, and I'm hoping that'll help more people discover the book. Because I do have one review after all, and my one review is 4 stars, so I'm kind of a big deal.
And even though the hardcover does not have a picture on Amazon for some reason, it is still the correct book.
It's very strange.
Yeah, I don't know why.
But overall, I'm happy. It's just the first one. I'm writing 3 more currently, so.
Yeah. If you can't count the 6, you can't read the second book. So,
yeah, the sequel to Soul Queen's Promise, the Soul Queen's Curse, is going to be from multi points of view, which I've never done before.
Whoa, you got a name drop in there, huh? Mm-hmm. That's crazy.
I
didn't know if it was public or not yet.
Yes, because it was going to be the name of the first one originally.
So,
and then when I was thinking about how to organize the story, I realized I think it would be better for the second one, especially with the way I ended it. But yeah, I'm just excited. I want to do much. I don't want to edit these episodes, but I guess I will.
You got to get that practice in.
I've had plenty of practice.
How long did the episode take you?
Forever.
Well, then you need more practice, so it doesn't take forever. I enjoy not being able to laugh heartedly. It's so fun.
Did you say ardently?
Heartedly.
Oh, I was like, I don't think that's like the right way to use that word. Oh my gosh, I told Jordan. No. So I was reading this book the other day, right? And for context, this teacher pissed me off like my first semester of doing my master's program, right? Because I used the word chuffed in my writing, and they said that they think that I shouldn't use that word, marked me down points for it, because some people might not know what it means. So this week, I'm reading a book, right? And they used chuff and chuffed like 3 times. And I was like, this person doesn't think people are too stupid to understand a word, so...
It's also crazy to me that you are specifically, like if you were in like a high school English class and your teacher told you that, okay, I could get it. But you are specifically taking a master's level course designed around the English language and how to put it into stories. And they're like, that word's too complicated.
Yeah, and that professor was my etymology class.
Even still,
which is worse. No, because like that's like the whole study of words.
The study of words, and you said
origins.
That's too complicated.
And there's like the one other professor that pissed me off. She accused me of AI usage for sounding too smart. And I was just like, I don't even know how to respond to that. Like, I'm sorry, you're too stupid. Like, I don't. Doing this program has made me realize like my quality of work tends to be much higher than a lot of people's. And I don't know if it's just I care more or if I'm just putting more effort into it. But even my professors were like I told Jordon, we're doing my thesis classes, and I got a 300 out of 300 on the first part of it because it's split into 2 classes. And my professor was like, I know I'm not going to have you in my class next session, but I really want to know what's going to happen in your story. If you don't mind keeping me updated. She was like, I need to know. I'm like, I just feel so much more confident now.
You just don't tell her anything and then send her an Amazon link when it comes out. Like, here's how you get to know it.
And honestly, I'd be like, let me send you a free copy of my book since you've already read like a third of it.
Do that too.
I do really like her. She's been one of my favorite professors. And it's not that she doesn't give me any feedback, because I feel like sometimes I just sound really finicky and like, oh, I'm better than the people, you know? But that's not what I'm trying to go for. Like, this professor gave me constructive feedback. Like, she was like, I'm really concerned about this character's backstory, for example. Like, here's some ways that you can try to like retroactively build it or like do that. And even when she gave me that perfect grade, she still gave me feedback, you know, where she was like, now that you've gotten halfway through it, try replotting and outlining it and see if you're still happy with where it's going and all that stuff. Like, you know, exactly what I thought these classes would be like.
Yeah, different points of view or different strategies, different things, ways to look at,
like,
you know,
I can think in a different way. And like, my writing has gotten a lot stronger. Like, I write, I would say, in a very much different way than I used to. I'm much more confident with dialogue and stuff, because that's something I've always hated.
The dialogue between people.
Yeah, because
it's tough. It's
I'm in my
tough
head
to write dialogue, but with multiple people to capture their personalities, but it's still only you writing it. You know, like if you're, I feel like it's different from like say a TV show where like you have the characters, but you can see the people acting it out and like saying it, so you can just pretend like, oh, what would that person say? But now you have to create the person and create that dialogue internally, and I feel like that's difficult to do. And
in writing, it's like on TV, you can info dump, you know, like, and it's fine because you're hearing it. But like in writing, you have to be very strategic about how you release information so you don't overwhelm your reader, regardless of what grade level it is, whether you're writing for like 5th graders or like you're writing college level textbooks. Like, you have to know your audience. And I just really liked the program. I'm hoping I enjoy these last 2 classes.
I'm curious. So when I was doing some programming classes, one of them was the language, like reader level, like analytics, I guess. I don't know how you want to call it. But it was basically a program where you would put in 2 sentences from a text, and it would tell you what grade level the reading was at, right? And it was it's an actual formula that they use for worldwide, and we just had to figure out how to put it in a program for ourselves, right?
Yeah.
But I'm curious as to put like your old work through it and something new, and to see if there's a difference, because you were talking about the change.
Oh yeah, I don't know, because like I don't use Grammarly or anything like that, but there was one point where I put some of my writing into a similar thing, and it told me that my book was at like a 12th grade reading level. And I was happy with that, because I was like, I feel like that's pretty accessible to where like it might be a little more difficult for some people, but not so much so they can't like pick it up and learn things.
Yeah, when I ran the first book through it, I think it said like college level, like early college.
Yeah,
is what it said.
My dad did say I taught him some new words, so
probably.
I like words. I like big words, and I can't deny. I just like learning about words. Obviously, I like English, or else I wouldn't be doing this. But I've always really liked words. I liked going through the dictionary when I was a kid, or like a lot of times I'd use them in the wrong context. You know, you learn the word, and then that's not how you're supposed to use it, but that's how you learn.
Supposed to.
Have you ever heard of? I think it was called a fladoodle. No, Friendle. Have you ever read Friendle?
I would say fladoodle is something, but go ahead, Friendle.
It's a book I read in like 5th grade, I want to say. But it's about these kids who make up their own word because their teacher basically says they can't. And it's like a new word for a pen, and they start calling it a friendle, and they get like everybody in their schools to start calling it a friendle. And it was just a book that like demonstrates the power of language, and how it's not necessarily about like experts and stuff, but it's about a word becoming a common everyday part of language, kind of like we have Webster's dictionary or Urban Dictionary, you know, that kind of stuff.
It's a fun quote that it reminds me of. That what is it from? I can't remember what it's from, But there's two people talking, and one of them says something right, and he uses a word that's not a dictionary word, and the other guy responds with, "That's a made up word." And the first guy just looks at me and goes, "All words are made up," and then walks off.
Yeah, I think I've heard that before too.
It's like, and it's so funny to me because you don't think about it, but yeah, we've made up all words.
Well, also, you know what? I've said this multiple times, and I think I've said it to you before, but I'm like, if William Shakespeare could make up his own words, so can I. Because the English language is much less rigid than it used to be. So if he can do it, I can do it. Mm-hmm. Like, a lot of words came from William Shakespeare. I don't think people realize that.
Oh, yeah. He Excuse me. Yeah, a lot of words.
It's like, here, let me just bring up a list, because, like...
Words that Shakespeare invented.
Because, yeah, he's credited with the invention or introduction of over 1,700 words.
Yep.
That are still in use today. So, alligator, bedroom, critic, downstairs. It also tells you where it first started. Eyeball, fashionable, gossip, hurry, inaudible, jaded, kissing, lonely.
Nailed it.
Shakespeare invented loneliness.
No, he just put it in words. Everyone was like, I feel something. And he's like, that's lonely right there.
I did not know Coriolanus was a Shakespeare play.
I have no idea.
Oh,
This is on
okay.
a rabbit hole now.
So the reason that appeals to me is President Snow's first name in the Hunger Games is Coriolanus. And Suzanne Collins always is very strategic about the names that she picks. So I was like, oh, I wonder where that come from. Apparently, a Roman general named Coriolanus makes his name defeating an enemy army and defending Rome. The Senate nominates him as a consul, but he cannot win the people's vote, so he's banished from Rome and allies with his old enemy. He comes to attack Rome, his mother persuades him not to, and his newfound ally kills him for the betrayal. All right, Miss Collins, pop off. Yeah.
What? Somebody dies in a Shakespeare play?
My favorite Shakespeare play is the most bloody, Titus Andronicus.
Never seen it.
I've never seen it, but I did a monologue from it for one of my auditions in theater in high school. My professor, or my teacher, he was like, I didn't think anybody would pick this play. Like, yeah, it's drama. But yeah, that's my story.
All right. Well, I think it's going to be a short episode, and we're going to have to wrap it up there.
Yeah.
We've got some things to take care of.
Editing the other episode.
But this has been Prattle. She's been Mindless.
Usually.
I've been COVID.
Cough in my eye.
I feel like I had a lot of energy for the outro, and then I started talking, and it just went.
Well, thank you for
jumped
watching
off.
Mindless Prattle. Sorry he's sick, but you got me. If you like what you heard, please make sure to give us a follow, maybe on Spotify, YouTube, anywhere you like to get your podcasts. New episodes out every Monday, videos out every Tuesday. And if you like our new intro, let me know. If you hate it, let me know, because apparently I'm doing all things creative. All right.
I liked the way you said YouTube.
Yeah. What do you mean?
You said it different.
YouTube?
Yeah, no, that's the same. But you said it different.
How did I say it?
You're going to have to listen to it later.
Okay.
But I liked it. It was
I like
good
you.
on my ears.
Well, we'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.
Yeah, we've got stuff to do.
And things.
All right, let's go stuff.